In the last 2 years, Zambia has experienced a painful rise in suicide cases linked to money. The Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation reported on a woman in Lusaka who took her own life and two of her children because she failed to manage debt that was linked to gambling. The Zambia Daily Mail newspaper also reported of a 32-year-old teacher in Lundazi, the eastern part of Zambia, who also took his life because of betting-related debt. Now, these are not just headlines. These are not just isolated cases. These are real people. These are our brothers, our parents, professionals, spouses, loved ones who were all overwhelmed by silence, shame, and unspoken financial pressure. Now, what's even more shocking is that they didn't speak up. They hid the truth. They suffered quietly. So this raises a more confronting question to consider. Why do we lie about money? Allow me to ask you this. Have you ever lied or withheld financial information, even with good intentions? As a senior bank manager and now as a financial coach, I've seen this repeatedly, especially in couples. They hide loans, they keep secret savings, they support relatives behind closed doors. They say everything is okay, even when they can barely stay afloat. Now, this isn't just about money. It actually has a term. It's called financial infidelity. The National Endowment for Financial Education in the US defines financial infidelity as deceit by one partner regarding finances to do with accounts, debt, spending, or any other kind of financial information. I'll never forget Betha, a woman I worked with during my time in banking. She secretly saved $20,000 to purchase land. Land she intended would be their home. But she never told her husband. And when he found out, he told her, it feels like betrayal, not because of the money, but because of the secret. He asked her, what else have you been hiding? That one secret cost their marriage. Now, Betha's story is not unique. Many of the couples I've worked with, all with different scenarios, have the same underlying issue: financial infidelity. Now, this challenge is becoming increasingly common in today's relationships. Today, many women are not just contributors to household income. They are primary earners, some earning more than their spouses. Now, this marks a significant shift from the previous generations where men were traditionally the sole providers. Now, that's progress, but it comes with an emotional landscape because women saw financial secrecy the time they were growing up. They saw their fathers, their uncles hide accounts, spend recklessly, and sometimes have secret second homes. So these memories left an imprint on them, such that some of the women that I coach say things like, I want to prepare for the unexpected. I don't want to go through what my mother went through. I want to protect my children. So they hide money in a mobile account where they keep an emergency fund. They have an investment under their maiden name. Money from their side income never reaching the family fund. And sometimes a lot of cash deposited in a relative's account. Now, this is not out of being selfish. It's out of fear, past trauma, or sometimes lack of open communication. Now, here's the contradiction. The same silence they're trying to protect themselves from, they're now repeating. What financial habits from your childhood are you now repeating without realizing it? My point is this: financial transparency isn't about money. It's about respect. It's about safety. It's also about a shared vision. The conclusion is that money-related lies are usually never about money. They're about fear, shame, control, and sometimes even love. Fear of being judged or rejected. Shame because of bad decisions they've made in the past, and sometimes not knowing better. In most African cultures, there's deep shame attached to financial failure, such that if one was taught that asking was weakness, they would rather be silent than admit they are struggling. Control, because honesty means letting somebody in. Most people hide because they've suffered, they've experienced financial abuse or manipulation. Some have said, I would rather hide than fight. And others have also indicated that they would rather hide than let somebody control everything. Most financial related activities are never about earning more. It's usually the need to improve communication. When money becomes a weapon or a secret, things usually never work out better. Let's create relationships where money is never a weapon or a tool or a secret, but a tool that is used for unity and empowerment. Most people walk into marriage without knowing their money personality. Some are savers, some are spenders, some crave security, whereas others chase freedom. Now, if these differences are not discussed, money becomes a battlefield. Imagine building a house, two people building a house with two different blueprints. Yes, that's exactly what happens when couples don't have a shared plan. One starts to hide, the other starts to assume, and trust slowly erodes. And that's the reason why I created a couples financial toolkit. It's a premarital program that helps couples build a strong financial foundation before they say I do. It's a step-by-step framework that helps one unpack their money personality, set shared goals, learn to manage money together as a team as opposed to opponents. If you are engaged, newly married, or thinking of a future with that somebody, this is your opportunity to start with clarity and not confusion. Couples who've gone through this toolkit build with one plan, one vision, one blueprint. Financial infidelity is a symptom. The lack of financial intimacy is the root cause. So intimacy here is not just being emotional or physical. It's about being seen and accepted financially. So true connection happens when somebody is able to say, this is what I earn, this is what I owe, this is what I dream about, this is what I'm afraid of. That is being vulnerable. That is partnership. That's what prevents secrets and breakdowns. So how do we move forward? How do we stop lying and start healing? Step 1, we need to understand our money personality. Are we a saver? Are we an investor? Are we a giver? You need to learn yourself first. Step 2, communicate early and often. You don't need to wait for a crisis to happen. Schedule money dates. Step 3, create a shared financial plan. Budget, build, invest, and build wealth together. There are a lot of couples that I've seen whose marriages have fallen apart because of one hidden loan. There are also marriages I've seen that heal because they choose honesty. Sometimes healing starts with one honest conversation. Let's normalize transparency. Let's break the silence. Let's build generational wealth together. I leave you with this question. What financial truths are you withholding?